Hey everyone. So, for my Music Talk Monday, I'm going to be doing a review of basically what is my favorite album ever, No Angel. And so, I've gone through a lot of phases with music and artists and things like that. There are times when I get to listening to an artist or a band, and just for a while, I'll want to listen to mostly all of it. You know, like I'll get in the mood to listen to Bjork or Flyleaf or, anything like that. I just get into the mood to listen to certain things, which I think, a lot of people do. And I have a list, at least, of my top 5 favorite CDs of all time. This one always makes number 1. There's one other that comes close, and eventually I will do... I did a review on that one. I don't know if I'll do another review type thing. But No Angel is just something that I keep coming back to. It's like it never stops being a favorite. It never really loses its place in rank either. So the reason I think this is because it came at a point in my life when I was kind of discovering things that I like. I was going from a kid who was listening to stuff because other people were listening to, and fads and everything else, to truly developing my own taste, because this came out about the time I was like 11 or 12. So I think that's like when you really start developing your musical taste and everything. You start discovering different types of music and sounds you like, and whether you're a lyrics person or not. I very much am. So I listen to a lot of pop music, which I still do, I'm not gonna lie, and everything. I like my fun songs at times, but I was also getting into stuff, more new agey stuff. I like electronica and sometimes techno-ish kind of stuff. And I liked what people normally call like yoga type music. So when this came along, this was kind of like a mesh of those two things. And I fell in love with her voice. I honestly can't remember if it's Here With Me or Thank You was the first song I heard. Most likely it was probably Thank You, I think, and then Here With Me. And Thank You sampled on Stan was just genius. I love both those songs for different reasons. But the whole album it's very relaxing, but it's also poetic and dark and kind of mysterious at times. Here With Me is a fantastic opener. Sometimes I think her last album, with No Freedom, had a little bit better of an opener, but Here With Me will forever be like one of my favorite love songs. I really don't care about love songs all that much, but there's just something so deep and dark about the lyrics, but dark in kind of a passionate way, but not an ooey gooey passionate way, if that makes much sense at all. I normally don't like songs that kind of repeat itself, and it's basically the verses and then the chorus like 2 or 3 times, and I wish the song was a lot longer, but it really just does seem so very passionate. And I love the remixes for that one. Hunter is another good one. It's much more upbeat, and this one is basically about wanting to be single, but the lyrics speak about somebody who is controlled. Perhaps they want to love this person, but this person wants to do nothing but control them, and they just want their freedom. They are longing to be that hunter again, to explore the world. They probably would have done it with this person, but all this person does is want to control them. And then Don't Think of Me. See, she really could have done like a pop rock kind of thing. This CD is much different than Life for Rent or Safe Trip Home. This had somewhat of not just an electronica based kind of thing, which I've heard this album be described as folktronica, but it also had a slight rock base to it, to a couple songs like Here With Me and then this one. Not like hard rock, but that like adult contemporary kind of light rock kind of thing. So I really think she can do a lot of genres. And she has songs that can be a little upbeat and everything. Don't Think of Me was a lot harder and everything. And it basically is saying, you left me for this person. You're seeing that they treat you like shit, and I'm just watching from the sidelines. You're not getting me back. So it's one of those songs. It's her like angry breakup song, and I think it was actually written for her brother who went through a breakup. But it's kind of cool that she can work with these different artists, or even write with her brother, and take things from people's lives and like make stories with it. All You Want was another good one. That one, I heard she was writing it as a love song, and her brother kind of twisted into something about infidelity. Again, another like song that starts out kind of mellow, but then goes kind of angry. Like, I like that about the CD. I can't believe I forgot to mention My Lover's Gone. So this one is very, very mellow. It's kind of Sarah McLachlan-like, kind of Enya-like. Almost if you kind of mesh those two together. So this one is almost very chapter in a fantasy romance kind of book thing. I don't know who this is based on, if it's based on anybody or just the type of song story she wanted to tell, but the lyrics are heartbreaking yet very flowy and everything, and it kind of speaks about a woman who has, most likely her lover has died, and now she cannot watch the ocean because this will remind her of him. It's kind of romance cliche, but done quite beautifully. Then we come to Thank You, which is another one of her singles, and again, it was used in Stan. This one is just, it's fun, it's poppy, it's folky, it's beautifully written. It basically speaks about someone who can make your day better, no matter what happens. And she kind of sings it in a way where it's not really totally romantic. Like, you can make it about anybody. You can make it about your dog if you want to. If the world feels like it's coming down on you, and the moment you see your dog, all that goes away, and you know that there's someone who cares about you and who can make your day better, all of it's worth it. Honestly, Okay is an okay song. That one's very, very mellow, very, very kind of, I don't know, emo, like, not the emo core, like, music, but you know how people stereotypically call emo stuff, like, when they're sad and depressed and everything. It really does sound like sad, depressed poetry, but it's a good song. Slide, one of my absolute favorites, and I believe it has a lot to do with depression, and like I said, it's mainly about depression. I think it's about being lost within yourself, trying to take the time to realize that everyone goes through things sometimes, that you're only human, you're allowed to make mistakes. Everyone goes through this type of darkness, and just not to let yourself slide completely into that. That, you know, good things are to come and everything. And after that, we have Isabel, which is quite a mysterious song. I like how she kind of turned into this rock thing in her live DVD. But I really, really do love the No Angel recording. It's very, how do I put it? I can see it in other genres. I can see it as rock. I can see it maybe as country. Because it really is like this folksy kind of song. And it's just mysterious. It definitely is a who is this, what's going on story type song. Basically, she is kind of writing this letter to her friend Isabel and telling her not to be so hard on herself and, maybe even to forgive herself for some of the decisions she's made. Some people think it's about a girl who goes to Ireland to get an abortion. It definitely does seem like this woman has had a child and something has happened to this child, but we're kind of left wondering. And that's kind of the good thing and the bad thing about some of her music is that it's very mysterious at times with the lyrics. But you can't help but to be drawn in by it. Because you really want to know, who's Isabel? What happened to her? Did her child pass away? Is she feeling guilty? Is this a symbol for something? I don't know, but I love the song. I'm No Angel, which is obviously where the title No Angel comes from. This one has a mellow, jazzy kind of feel to it, but slight pop-like. And, yeah. It's not my favorite by far. It's not something I seek out all the time unless I'm kind of feeling that, jazzy, poppy kind of feeling. Something with a little bit more fun lyrics. I actually heard this was based on a postcard that she wrote to her boyfriend that she actually asked back to write the song, which I find kind of hilarious. My life is short, much like, Honestly Okay, it really feels like a poem. It's very short. There's not much to it, but it has a sadness to it. It's kind of like this person is waiting on this girl is waiting on this person she loves, and they don't really want to do anything with their life. She's just bored of waiting for them. She wants to live life, and they seem to want to control her, much like the Hunter song. Perhaps she has a lot of talent, a lot of dreams, and they just don't see that. I think I read somewhere this might have been about her family or her brother not really, wanting to support her music originally, or being turned down, so it could be about a lot of things, not just relationships, but this really feels like it is about somebody who feels like other people are trying to put them down, and she's like, this is my life. This is what I'm going to do. And then there is Take My Hand, which is a song she wrote after her first experiences, and I'll leave it at that. But this one, again, it feels very much like a love song, and it's kind of electronica type thing. It definitely has, that slight techno-ish feel, dance music and everything. But the lyrics, they're both great and kind of cliched and everything. And it's not my favorite musically, but I really do love the lyrics. So I would definitely say my favorites are Here With Me, Hunter, Thank You, Slide, and My Life. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.